Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 28, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, man fatally shot in Spanish Town police operation, 3 guns seized. An alleged gunman was this morning fatally shot in a reported confrontation with the police in Ellerslie Pen, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The police say 3 guns were seized at the premises. The deceased has been identified as 29-year-old Sonman McFarlane alias Max, a laborer of Ellerslie Avenue in the community. The police report that personnel from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Division, armed with a warrant, swooped down on Ellerslie Avenue in Spanish Town in search of McFarlane. According to the police, while the house door was being breached, it swung open. A woman approached the team, during which time McFarlane was seen on a bed pointing a firearm at the cops. The police say the cops opened gunfire at McFarlane, who fell, and the firearm was retrieved. The injured man was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police say the room was searched and the 2 additional firearms were found, one under the mattress and the other under the bed. Meanwhile, the Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the incident. JCF completes training of first batch of Haitian police. The Police High Command has completed training of the first batch of Haitian police officers. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has been tasked to equip its Haitian counterparts with the knowledge necessary to handle the security issues plaguing the French-speaking nation. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says that the initiative provides the opportunity to share the knowledge and experience gained over many years of tackling difficult circumstances. I think we are on the second iteration now, which is important that we actually got something going, something off the ground to meet the mandate given to us by the Prime Minister to assist where we can, and we are already doing that, he said. While Haiti has suffered from gang violence for decades, the current wave of brutality escalated after the July 2021 assassination of President Jovenel Moïse. Gangs have taken control of larger parts of the country, waging terror on residents and killing hundreds. 5 arrested after discovery of ganja, fake alcohol plant in St. Thomas. 4 men and a woman were arrested on reasonable suspicion for breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act and the breaches of the Trademark Act following an operation by the police in St. Thomas. Between 10 a.m. Wednesday and 1:30 Thursday morning, the team carried out a targeted raid at a premises located along the Ken Jones Highway near the Portland-St. Thomas border. During a search of the property, more than 50 feed bags containing vegetable matter resembling ganja were seized. The content weighed in excess of 1,000 pounds. A processing plant used to produce fake rum and wine was observed at the same premises. The Narcotics Division was summoned, and the scene was processed by detectives from the Scene of Crime Unit. The 5 people at the premises were detained. They are to be questioned by detectives from the Narcotics Division and the Morante Bay Criminal Investigations Branch. Victim of gun attack in Manchester recounts a frightening experience. 1 of 5 people wounded during the gun attack in Christiana, Manchester on Tuesday night has described the frightening experience which sent patrons running for cover. The incident has angered members of the Manchester community who have expressed their concern over the recent increase in violence in the parish. The shooting occurred sometime around 11 o'clock when people were milling about at Appletree Plaza at the intersection of Jubilee and the Christiana Main Road following a Boxing Day event. It is reported that 2 men armed with handguns drove up to the location on a motorcycle, stopped, and began firing indiscriminately. Leighton Wright says he was among patrons at the annual event when he heard explosions.
Well, I was simply walking past a stall where people were selling multiple items, and suddenly I heard a couple shots fired, and then I saw someone on the ground, But in that same second, I didn't even notice that I got shot because it went straight through me. And that is by my thigh and my rear. So it was quite frightening. Well, everybody was running up and down because no one knew where the shots were coming from. It was chaotic, actually. I would say it's one-off because I'm not used to it. and I attend that event every year. So, it's kind of new to me. Well, I'm happy to be out of the hospital now, as much as there were a bunch of people doing this RIP thing on Facebook and don't know what's going on. But here I am.
Head of the Manchester Police, Superintendent Shane McCullough, is urging people with information on the shooting incident to contact the police. The Manchester Police say they are following strong leads in the aftermath of Tuesday night's shooting. Crime officer for the parish, Deputy Superintendent Dennis Simpson, expressed the confidence that the perpetrators will soon be arrested. He said 2 of the victims, one of them a firefighter, received bullet wounds to their upper body. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Manchester North East Audley Shaw said he intends to have discussion with the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, for more resources for the police in the parish. Residents of Melbourne Park Housing Scheme in St. Anne question high water bills. Several residents of Melbourne Park Housing Scheme in St. Anne are up in arms over what they say are exorbitant water bills. The residents claim that in some instances, they are seeing a tripling of the amount they are accustomed to paying to the National Water Commission. One resident, Ian Keane, said his bill moved from $6,000 to $18,000. He said there has been no favorable response from the agency to his queries.
When I called them, I was told that it's likely that my property is having a leak. So they told me they would have sent somebody to come and check it. I did a follow-up. I was told that there was no leak and that it was actual reading. They're refusing to accept the responsibility. So according to them, all of us went about making big water usage for the month of November, basically. Obviously, something went wrong with their system. I have no intention of paying that bill, for sure. And at home, there is just basically 3 of us at home, and we did not use any extra water for that month in question.
As opposed to just telling us that is it, take it and go and pay your bill, we want them to do some further evaluations on their system to see why in one community a high percentage of persons are having the same problem. So whatever it is that they need to do, they can't take the regular and the ordinary approach. They need to come out of the office, get some technical persons involved and check to see what could be causing this. We could have so much mad people in Davistown. So something must be off, and it must be from NWC side. They claim that they have inspected the properties, and I use the word claim cautiously because I have no proof that they come to my property.
Portland residents call for urgent repairs to Nro River Bridge. Residents of Moortown, Portland, are calling for the authorities to urgently repair the Nro River Bridge that is in danger of collapsing. They explained that heavy rainfall has compromised the structure, which was made worse during last Friday's downpour. The residents say it is now unsafe for vehicles to traverse the bridge as the base of the retaining wall has been washed out and the main pillar undermined. Resident Clyde McCurdy wants the authorities to prevent heavy vehicles from using the bridge. PNP caretaker Colin Bell says a representative from the National Works Agency has made a site visit to the area. Diaspora leader defends a letter criticizing Jamaican government. Chairman of the Jamaica Diaspora Crime Intervention and the Prevention Task Force, Dr. Ruel Francis, has defended the contents of a letter criticizing the government on a number of issues and serving notice to seek redress internationally. The letter, dated December 27 and sent to Jamaica's ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks, outlines grave concerns about the increasing state of public corruption in Jamaica, high level of violent crime, failure to provide a promised service delivery, unfulfilled promises to the diaspora regarding its involvement in the political process, and the legal defense that diaspora members do not have standing to sue the government. Dr. Francis said the letter, penned on behalf of concerned Jamaicans living in Jamaica and the diaspora, is a call to action. But the document, which has been widely circulated on social media, indicating a plan to engage the country's international partners to seek redress for inaction on the grievances, is getting pushed back from some members of the diaspora. Speaking with the news, elected representative for UK South of the Global Jamaica Council, Nathaniel Peat, said it undermines efforts to solicit investments. But Dr. Francis, while supporting the dissenting voice, expressed a disagreement with the position.
I respect his views, but I do not agree that it is a hindrance to any investment coming in Jamaica. We want investment as a matter of fact. This will increase investment once people know that their money is safer and what have you, the banks are safe and all that sort of thing. I mean, look at what happened at SSL. It's a disgrace, and nobody has done anything really about it. We have made many overtures over the years through the ministry about our concerns, and we have met with not much success in that regard. We have gone out of our way to make them understand that we are Jamaicans, we love Jamaica, we want the best for Jamaica. It can bring people, make people aware that we need to improve what we are doing, and we need to sit down, and we need to plan going forward. How are we going to get